Now, let us move to the next segment, which means rules to multiply the decimal numbers. What is the rule to multiply a decimal number? Again, very simple thing, just forget about the decimal in one go. That means simply multiply the numbers as you used to do, right, without the decimal. Don't consider the decimal. So in general, as we multiply the numbers, we will do that first of all, and after that, in the final product, we have to simply place the decimal at certain point, right? But where to put that point? That is an important thing. What will be the place of that decimal? So for that, let's see this rule. To multiply the decimals, it's same. First we multiply them as if there is no decimal in that case, right? Let me take with an example. If it is 8.61 times 8.8, so what you have to do, just simply, first of all, forget about where is the decimal and just multiply 861 by 88. We are not considering the decimal in one go over here. So we'll multiply 8 times 1 is 8, 8 times 6 is 48 with a 4 carry over here, 8 times 8 is 64 plus 4 gives you 68, then let's put a cross here, 8 times 1 is again 8, you will get the same number again, right, because it is again multiplied by 8 here. Now let us add them together. So we have 8 and 8 16 with a 1 carryover, 16 and 1 17 with a 1 carryover, we have 15 with a 1 carryover again, and we have 7 5 7 6 8. Now where should be the place of decimal in the number here? In the final product, now we will be seeing where is the decimal in the question. So we can relate here. In the question, the decimal was after the point, the number 8, and here the decimal is between 8 and 8. Now let us count the number of digits after decimal. How many digits are here after decimal in this? There are 2 digits. Similarly, in the next, how many digits are there? So there is only 1 digit. In all, how many digits are there? 2 plus 1, 3 digits, right? That means in the final product, there should be 3 digits after the decimal. So where should I put the decimal now? If I put the decimal here, it will be just 1 digit. If I put it here, it will be just 2 digit. So we'll simply put 3 before it. We'll simply put it before 3 digits, and the final result will be 75.768, which is your final result. So I think this multiplication of decimal number with the decimal number is clear to you. Let's see with some more examples. Like if you have to multiply 2.5 by 1.25, the result will be 3.225. Why 3.225 here? Because 1 digit is here and 2 digits are here. So total there should be 3 digits after the decimal, and here we can simply see that there are 3 digits after decimal. Similarly, 0.2 and 0.3, there are just one digit in each of the numbers. So we have just 1 and 1 total 2 digits after the decimal. Similarly, you can try with some more questions on your own. So here we have learned that how to multiply the decimal numbers if both the numbers are decimal. But what if one number is given in decimal and you have to multiply it by 10, 100 or 1000? So in this case, we also have certain rules to follow, and it's a very simple one. So now what happens if we have to multiply any number by 10 or 100 or 1000? So in this case, there is a rule which we have to follow. Just as simple, when a decimal number is multiplied by any number, what we do? Just we find the product as it is without the decimal, right? If you multiply any number by 10, you simply put a 0 after that, right? But now here, where to put the decimal? So let us check with an example over here, like 0.07 times 10. So here you are getting as 0.7. Now how you got this 0.7? Just see, when we are multiplying, we actually shift the decimal to the right side. Now what do you understand by shifting of decimal? Here the number is 0.07, and how many zeros are there by which you are multiplying? Since you are multiplying by 10, so there is 1 0 in it. That means the decimal will shift one place to the right hand side. So from here it will go to this place. That means it will go after 0 and before 7. So the number becomes 0.7. Similarly, if we have to multiply by 100, Just in simple way we can also do, like if 7 is multiplied by 100, what we do? We just ignore the decimal and multiply the number. So here what is the answer? The answer, if you multiply this, you will get 700, right? Now, is there any decimal or not? Yes, the decimal was given here in the question, okay, and 2 more zeros are before it also. Now, where should the decimal lie? Since there are 2 digits after decimal here and there is no digit here after decimal, so there should be 2 digits after the decimal in the final answer also. That is, here there should be 2 digits. So the decimal should lie after 7. And you know, the zeros which are written to the extreme left or written to the extreme right, you can ignore them, right? So irrespective, we can skip this 0, we can skip this 0, we are left with the number 7, and so we get this number 7. This is the whole procedure. But in short, what we can do is, since we are multiplying by 2 zeros in 100, so we will shift the decimal to 2 places to the right and it will go after 7. That means the number becomes 007 point. Now, it's not required because after decimal again you can put a 0 and you can skip this 0, skip this 0. So, the number becomes 7 as a whole number. Similarly, when we multiply any number 0.07 say by 1000. So, in this case what we will do? In short, we can say 007 multiplied by 1000. So, here it has to be like 7 and 1, 2, 3 zeros. Okay. In the question, where was the decimal? It was here. So, there are 2 digits after the decimal in one number only. No decimal in the second. No problem. In the final result, there should be 2 digits after the decimal. That means before these 2 zeros, we have to put a decimal and the number become 70.00 or simply the number 70. In short, if we have to do it directly, then what we have to do? 0.07. Remember one thing, we can, if there is a decimal and a number is written, you can put as many zeros after the digit. They have no value, right? Similarly, you can also put as many zeros before this also, because they also don't have any value as such. But now, since we have to shift how many places? 3 places to the right. Because when it is multiplied, we shift it to the right side. So, we have 1, 2, 3. It moves to 3 places to the right. Now, the decimal will be at this position. Now, it doesn't matter how many zeros you are putting after this or how many zeros you are putting before this. They don't have any value. So, we can skip the zeros and we can skip these zeros. So, final answer will be 70. Remember that this 0 will have a weightage here. Why? Because this lies between a digit and a decimal. We cannot ignore this 0. The zeros which are written to the extreme left or to the extreme right, that means we don't have any other digit to the left of that 0, or to the extreme right means we don't have any other digit after the 0 on the right side also. We can skip only those zeros. So, this part should be clear to you, I think. In short, we can also do this as, since here there are 3 zeros, so it will move from 0.07, it has to shift to 3 places on the right side. Now, here it is 1 place, 2 place and 3 place. So, decimal in the final result should be here, but there is a loop here. So, this loop will be filled with a 0. And finally, what is the result? We can see 0070 and the decimal will be written after this. So, which 0 we can skip? We can skip these 2 and the result will become 70. In this way, we are having 70 as a number. Similarly, let us see one more example, 2.97 times 10. So, here since we are multiplying by 10, decimal will shift 1 place and will reach after 9. Here we are multiplying by 100, so it will shift 2 places and it will reach after 7. So, no decimal means the decimal is after the last digit, that is 297 point, it will be written here, or if you do not write, then also it is okay. Now, 2.97, it has to be multiplied by 1000, that means 3 digits. So, since in 2.97 there are only 2 digits here, so we need to write here it will shift 1, 2 and 3 place to the right side. That means one loop will be filled with the 0 and we have 2970 as the answer. So, I hope this multiplication by 10, 100 and 1000 is clear to everybody. Let us see with now what about the division, but before that you will have some questions for try these as a practice questions. So, find the result on your own.